This is Wells Math. I'm going to show you how to divide with decimals. Actually, not too bad. If I were you, I would get out pencil and paper. I would write this problem down with me. We have 4.384 divided by 0.32. So we're going to do this problem old school, like your grandpa used to do it. No Common Core here. Not looking for any hate mail today. So our first number in our division problem is the number that's going to go inside the house here. And this is known as your dividend. So 4.384. Okay. And we will put our 0.32 or 32 hundredths on the outside. That is our divisor. So I would pause this video if you need to and write this problem down. All right, so here's the first thing you're going to want to do. The 0.32, we want to get that decimal out of there to where that's a whole number. So watch closely what we're going to do here. I'm going to make one loop per number until I take it to the very end of the number, and I'm going to put it right there at the end. 32 point just means 32, okay? So we made two loops to move that decimal behind the two. So all you're going to do now is come over here to your dividend, and you're going to make two loops, one loop per number, and we're going to stop right there. From there, your decimal is just going to go straight up. We're going to put it right there. Okay, so we moved it over two spaces, all because of the 0.32. We moved it to the end of the two, so two loops. So we made two loops inside the house and brought our decimal straight up. Now what you're going to do is work this problem just like you normally would and pretend the decimals are not even there. So how many groups of 32 will go into 4? I think that's pretty easy. I think we know that 0 groups of 32 will go into 4. 32 is much bigger than 4. So now we're going to look at how many groups of 32 will go into 43. Remember, we are ignoring the decimal at this point. Well, there will only be one group of 32 that will go into 43. Two groups won't go because that's going to get you a number in the 60s, right? That's way over 43. But 1 times 32 is only 32. So we're going to bring that number down right here. Make sure to keep all your numbers in perfect columns. Okay, I put the 3 right under the 4, the 2 right under the 3. And now we are going to subtract. Let's see here. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now we will bring down the next number. So that's going to give us 118 down here, okay? So now we're kind of starting all over. Now we're asking ourselves, how many groups of 32 are in 118? Look, I'm a math teacher. I do not even know how many groups of 32 will go into 118. I'm going to get out my calculator here. This is what we call trial and error. I'm just going to kind of guess here. I'm going to say, well, maybe it'll go in 4 times. So I'm going to do 32 times 4 and see what I get. When I do 32 times 4 in my calculator, I get 128. Well, that goes over 118. So we know 4 groups of 32 will not go into 118. So it must be, I'm going to see 3 groups. 32 times 3, that equals 96. So there must be 3 groups. 3 groups of 32 that will go into 118. But 3 times 32 only gets us to 96. So we will subtract see, that's a 2. 1 minus 9, we can't do that. We'll need to borrow. Make that an 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. And then we will bring down our 4. Okay, we're kind of starting all over again now. We're going to say how many groups of 32 will go into 224? Well, we know it'll go at least 4 times because that got us to 128. So let's try, this is trial and error. Let's just try 8 times. Let's do 32 times 8. And I did 32 times 8. I got 256. That's going to take me over 224. So let me go down 1. Let me try 32 times 7. Oh, wow. What do you know? 32 times 7 gets me right exactly to 224, which will leave me with a remainder of 0. There you go. 13 7/10. So basically, you're moving your decimal over with your divisor. However many loops it takes to get it to the end of the number, that's how many loops you will make. With your dividend, move the decimal straight up, and then work the problem like normal, like the decimals aren't even there. I hope this was helpful for you. Hopefully you wrote this down, took some notes. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel and subscribe to that at Wells Math. I got a lot more videos on there and a lot more to come. Hope you have a great day.